What you are about to watch is a 6-minute cinematic horror film. It has no dialogue, no narration, just pure visual storytelling. After the film, I'll be back to break down what you just saw, exploring the themes, the symbolism, and the techniques used to create this sense of dread. So, turn down the lights, turn up the volume, and get ready. The film starts now. Welcome back. I hope you've had a moment to catch your breath. Let's talk about what we just witnessed. This film is a masterclass in liminal horror, a subgenre that thrives on the unsettling feeling of being in a transitional space, a place that is neither here nor there. The entire film is set in a single room that defies the laws of physics and reality, a perfect representation of a liminal space. It begins with a simple, almost mundane setup. A man in a room. But from the moment he steps inside, the ordinarum becomes extraordinarum, and not in a good way. The first few scenes establish the core mechanic of this nightmare. The room expands. This isn't a sudden, jarring change. It's subtle. He takes one step in, and the space behind him grows. He turns, and the door, his only connection to the outside world, is suddenly further away. This initial distortion of space immediately puts us, the viewers, on edge. We know something is fundamentally wrong. The filmmakers use slow, cinematic camera movements to enhance this feeling of unease. The camera glides, creating a dreamlike, or rather, nightmarish quality. This slow pace forces us to linger on the details, to feel the man's growing confusion and fear along with him. The dark, cinematic lighting, the deep shadows, and the soft fog all contribute to a claustrophobic, oppressive atmosphere, even as the room itself grows larger. It's a brilliant paradox. The more space there is, the more trapped he becomes. Let's talk about the room itself. It's not just growing, it's alive. We see the walls subtly breathing, the floor becoming soft and sinking under his weight. These are organic, biological qualities applied to an inanimate structure. The room is a living entity, a predator, and he has willingly walked into its mouth. The film grain adds a layer of grit and realism, making this impossible scenario feel disturbingly tangible. The sound design, or lack thereof, is crucial. For a large portion of the film, the only sounds are the man's own breathing and the low, ambient, distorted tone. This sonic isolation heightens his, and our, sense of vulnerability. When the sound does escalate, it's with a low heartbeat and rising tension, a deep bass that you feel more than you hear. It's the internal sound of his own fear made audible for us. Then we have the introduction of the shadow. At first, it's just a faint movement on the wall, easily dismissed. But it appears again, closer this time. This is a classic horror trope, the unseen threat, but it's executed perfectly here. The shadow represents the unknown, the malevolent intelligence that is orchestrating this entire ordeal. It's not just that the room is changing. Something is actively changing. For him, the psychological toll on the character is evident. His tired eyes, his confused expression, his quickening pace all tells a story of a mind unraveling. He's caught in a loop of disorientation. He walks towards the door, but it only gets farther away. The walls bend inward, threatening to crush him, and then suddenly, the room is massive, an empty void. The scale shift is disorienting and terrifying. The vastness is not freedom. It's an infinite prison. One of the most powerful moments is when the door, his initial goal, suddenly appears right behind him. This breaks the established rules of his nightmare. It offers a fleeting moment of hope, a potential escape. But when he turns, the door is once again small and far away. The hope is snatched away, replaced by a crueler form of despair. This isn't just a physical trap, it's a psychological one, designed to break his spirit. And then, the film introduces a new element, a second door. This isn't the clean, modern door he entered through. This one is old, damaged, decaying. It suggests history, a past, perhaps other victims, and behind it, a dark figure. The figure is barely visible, a silhouette against the unknown, but its presence is electrifying. It confirms that he is not alone in this hostile dimension. The slow approach towards this new door is agonizingly tense. We are desperate to know what's behind it, who that figure is, but we're also terrified of the answer. The reveal is a masterstroke of horror. As he gets closer, the figure also moves closer. A terrifying mirror. The door creaks open, and the figure is gone. The space behind the door is just more of the same endless room. What does this mean? Was the figure a reflection? Another prisoner? A projection of his own fear? Or was it the entity that controls this place, luring him deeper into the maze? The ambiguity is the point. The film refuses to give us easy answers, forcing our own minds to fill in the terrifying blanks. This leads us to the devastating final shot. The man is left alone, completely defeated, in what is now revealed to be an infinitely large space filled with countless doors. T's slow zoom out is a gut punch. It reframes his entire struggle as utterly insignificant. He wasn't just trapped in a room. He was trapped in one of an infinite number of rooms, each a potential new nightmare. His journey wasn't a line from A to B. It was a single point in an endless, horrifying pattern. The ending is a loop. The film could begin again from this point, with him choosing another door, leading to another, similar ordeal. This speaks to themes of futility, existential dread, and the cyclical nature of our own personal hells. The room can be seen as a metaphor for a state of mind anxiety, depression, a personal crisis-y mental space that feels impossible to escape, where every attempt to find a way out only leads you deeper into confusion and despair. The different doors represent choices, but in this realm, all choices lead to the same outcome. This film is a powerful example of how to build tension and horror without relying on jump scares or gore. It preys on fundamental human fears. The fear of the unknown, the fear of being lost, the fear of losing control, and the fear of isolation. The ultra-realistic 4K look makes the impossible feel real, blurring the line between what is on screen and what our own minds might be capable of conjuring in our darkest moments. It's a haunting piece of work that stays with you long after the screen fades to black. The infinite expanse of doors is an image that's hard to shake. It leaves us with a profound sense of unease, questioning the very nature of reality and escape. What did you think? What did the figure represent to you? Let me know your theories and interpretations in the comments below. I'd love to read what you all thought of this descent into madness. Thanks for watching and for thinking deep with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more film analysis. See you next time.